from the first time that Steve and I came up here and met with you here at the house, at your office, and just talked about how you do things, how you plan, how we should plan things, don't be afraid to say no to certain things. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I want this obscure piece of music. You were good with it, didn't matter. And then when my maid of honor, Mary Ellen, and I came up right before the wedding, we walked out of here and she was like, oh my God, her son, she lives in Delaware and her son got married recently. And she was like, I wish that we didn't live in Delaware because I'd hire him in a minute. Because it was awesome. We were here for, I don't even know, 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. Just talking. It just feels like comfortable. Yes. I can't describe it any other, like your friends or something.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely made us feel.
Absolutely.
There was no apprehension or anything once we met you.
Yeah,
it was definitely, this is who we want. This is how it was just perfect. It was a perfect match. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Did you know the list I gave you for the introductions wasn't right? Because our people changed that morning. So, those kind of things made it a little bit more complicated. Maybe it didn't need to be that complicated. But, when we were getting ready to be introduced at the beginning of the reception, we went through the list. You told us who was there. I told you who I had wrong, and you fixed it, and there was no issue. It wasn't any big deal.
Oh, that was perfect.
Worked out very good. When it came to announcing certain things, for announcing the photo booth, the cake cutting, didn't even know what was happening until he announced it, and they had it all under control.
And in terms of coordination with the hall, I know the hall kept asking for a
DJ
intro sheet. I keep calling that the wrong thing. But Chad, we gave it to them, but they honestly didn't need it. Chad just did the whole thing. He knew what he was doing the whole time, and he really took charge. And it was funny, we talked to Chad more throughout the night than we did the actual reception hall, and he seemed to be more on top of everything and knew what was supposed to come next, how it was supposed to be, than, I don't want to say more than the reception hall, but he was more open and more willing to talk about it and let us know what was going on than the reception hall was, which was great. Because we always knew it was going to come next, what was going to happen, and he was the one telling us everything, so that was good. That was really good.
I thought it was perfect. I didn't, it all happened behind the scenes,
I'm trying to think of how it went, but part of me, that it says that was fine.
I know.
Because your day wasn't spent worrying about the music or entertainment. It was just making sure everybody had fun, and that went out.
And I remember when we lined up, Chad went down the line and he went through everybody's name. He's like, okay, make sure I'm saying this right. How do I pronounce this? So everybody's names came out perfectly.
There were some difficult names on her side of the family, being Polish. And they were all fine.
Yeah, and we didn't have to worry about, is everything set up? Is everything ready? It was all done. We didn't have to think about it.